What damages the GI tract or your stomach, bowels? It's the foods we're eating. We combine foods that are not meant for the human body. There's protein in the starches. Okay, protein is very complex structure and requires peptin and HCl to break it down. Okay, and it's to the nitrogen side, so it's very acidic to the body. When you consume it, when the body digests the food, it leaves an acid hit on the body. Also, it also takes a lot of energy to break down the protein, which means that more energy is taken than the protein gives the body. Okay, so you're in a deficit. Starches, they start to digest in the mouth. Okay, and when you combine these two, the starches use sodium bicarbonate from the pancreas to digest or break down these complex structures of starches. And when you combine the base with the acid, the HCl from the protein, it will neutralize each other. And this food will not be digested. It will sit. It will take time to digest. It will sit, okay, and it will ferment. And when it ferments, you're going to get gas because it's just alcohol, basically. You're going to get fungus because the fungus loves fermentation. You're going to have parasites in there as well. And worse still, when you consume the starches and the proteins, they will tend to stick to the wall. Okay, some are not going to be digested and will stick to the wall, and in time it will impact the wall. Okay, the starches, in some countries, is used to put cement together. It's used to make paper mache, and it's the same thing when you consume it. It becomes very sticky and becomes very hard. Okay, like a cardboard. Okay, so when you consume these foods, in time it's going to go one over the other and create mucoid plaque. Okay, in the small intestines, which means that you'll not be able to absorb nutrients, which means that you're going to get malabsorbed. Okay, you won't be absorbing nutrients properly. You're going to get thin. Okay, and more importantly, when you consume proteins and starches, it turns the body acidic. This affects the kidneys because the kidneys are responsible for removing acids or metabolic waste from the body, and when they stop working properly because of they're constantly working to deal with the protein and the starches, or the waste from that, so they're going to stop working properly. Okay, and this is going to affect the lymph system, which is the same system that brings acids from your 100 trillion cells, metabolic waste, through to lymph nodes, through to the kidneys, and that will start getting clogged up. And these acids are going to back up, burn organ tissue and glands. Now, when these acids are backed up in the bowel walls, in your stomach, they start burning the tissue from inside out, and you get this acid reflux feeling, or you feel like you're full all the time, you're bloated. All that is interstitial lymphatic congestion or stagnation. So your body is not eliminating waste, your kidneys are not working properly, so it just compounds itself and gets worse and worse and worse. Okay, it affects your pancreas. You will not be able to produce enough enzymes to digest food. You know, the pituitary glands will get affected as well. That's responsible for breaking down protein, producing acids to break down the protein. So all these will get affected, and it's a big vicious cycle. That's how you get gut problems. So to fix it, you need to consume 100% fruits and raw vegetables. Fruits primarily because they're the way you're going to move the lymph system, and it's the way you're going to get the kidneys better. Okay, you have to use herbs for the kidneys, lymphatic system, endocrine system, stomach and bowels. You have to. The fruits act like scrubbers, will scrub and remove some fecal matter from your system as well. Okay, they have some great fiber in there. It's going to get the body energized. It's going to clean the cells. Okay, and that in combination with the herbs, you're going to feel better very quickly. You eat simple fruits. It doesn't have one kind of fruit like, say, apples or mangoes or grapes or melons. Just one fruit at a time, called a monofruit diet, is the most effective way of cleaning up the gut because it's very simple, it's not complex to break down, and the body will spend its time cleaning up the gut as opposed to trying to digest complex foods. So, for instance, you can have a grape-only diet, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or you can have grapes for breakfast, oranges for lunch, and dinner you can have, say, a raw salad if you choose. Although I prefer you go on 100% fruits because it's the most effective way of healing. So you can do monofruit diet on a daily basis, or you can have one type of fruit 3 times a day or 4 times a day in smaller portions. This is how you clean the GI tract. Use the herbs. You can also use something called a GI cleaner. It's made of bentonite clay, activated charcoal, and psyllium husk. You consume that, and it literally scrapes and pulls down at the mucoid plaque that's blocking the small intestines as well. It can take a little bit of time, but it's how you go about healing your gut, your GI tract. And the bacteria in your gut is naturally replaced. You don't have to take probiotics. You don't have to take that extra length of filling your gut with probiotics because when you clear everything out, the body will allow the perfect proportion of bacteria in your stomach. You don't have to add to it, okay? Adding to an infested gut, you're asking for more trouble because you are putting more bacteria into your gut when there's enough bacteria in there and the body is fermenting, so to speak. There's food in there and fecal matter that's sitting on there and just breeding bacteria and fungus. Okay, so you want to get rid of that. So this is how I go about cleaning up the gut and the GI tract.